Alright, we're in the Green Bastard. We're rolling up to see what the canal up here looks like. Oh, it's not as full. I've seen it more full than this. Let's see if I can get y'all a good shot of this. This is pretty much our canal every time it rains heavy. But if you can see, look over here. There's still some of the angled concrete left. It ain't even filled up yet. I've seen this water go all the way up to about 4 inches below the curb right there. So we're still good. I wouldn't even sweat it. Coming up some water. And we're gonna turn in right here. We all right. Now, fixing to go into an area that floods a lot. Well, this looks brutal here. Think I'm gonna make it? Oh, it looks real brutal here. Now this is deep. Yeah. Had to do it, people. Had to do it. Wow, that was pretty brutal. I think I could have gotten stuck in that. But you know, Chevy trucks, man, they awesome. It's like they were meant for high water. So we started off on the right track. I was doing some brakes on the Ram Charger and trying to wrap it up, and I'd gotten a lot further along on the Buick 350. As you can see, it's getting closer together to being complete. But here's a fun fact. What I'm doing right now is my little garage area. Let me stand back and show you this. If you notice all the overcast, there's a hurricane's gonna make landfall tomorrow. It's a little hurricane, but I'm packing, I'm cleaning up my mess, and I'm putting my engine and all my important stuff in the back corner of this thing. I've got the tent tied down with an old extension cord to a whole bunch of angle iron down here on the ground, and the other side's actually tied to the fence, so I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I just need to make sure that this is covered up since it goes into that 72 Buick, and I'm going to move my compressor over against the wall out of direct rain, as well as my welder. And there's the Ida Pig. So I've got my Hurricane Celebration wine. We got the garage packed up. There's a couple of engines in there, tools. The top's tied down, like I said. Everything else in the yard is, well, the rain's not going to hurt it, and it's pretty heavy. I don't think it's going to be blown away. Well, it has begun. You can see here, and you can see here, it's just literally started raining. It was sideways a second ago. It looked like it just completely mellowed out. But I think the hurricane is almost here, so we're going to keep you guys updated, and we're going to keep shooting and pointing the camera out the door if we can. If we can squeeze in a little ride along later, we will. See what happens. So far, nothing really to report. So, you see the Buick looks good wet. It's never flooded on my street. You can see people right here are doing ridiculous things to park their cars up on higher ground, but we are actually on a high spot here in Zion City, and we've got a big, and we have a huge canal and a pump station right down the street, so it doesn't, you know, there's always that fear of it flooding, but it actually has not flooded here. So this is kind of like the first bands of rain. We just got back from making our last minute runs for kitty litter and wine, because, well, so I guess you can say expect some drunken hurricane filming later today. You see this? This is something y'all haven't seen yet. I haven't made any video on this yet. This is our new 1985 Suburban 2500. That's right, 3/4 ton with a 454 big block and a huge, like 14 bolt rear end or something in it. It's massive. These rims and tires, those are 17-inch factory GM wheels, at least they say GM on them. And these huge tires that are on it now are actually going to go on our Rusty build, and we're going to put Rusty's wheels on this because those tires are too big for this old wore-out drivetrain. These people told me they had 800,000 miles on this truck, but luckily they don't know what the 100,000 mark looks like. So I'm guessing it's only at like 289,000 miles tops. It is set up for pulling a trailer, with electric brakes, and the interior isn't half bad. It's just got a dented fender up here and a couple of dents to bang out back there. So we'll be seeing some future videos on that. If it stops raining, well, as soon as it stops raining, I'll go film the inside of it and show you guys and give you guys a tour and let it start up and everything. Got a half tank of gas in that. We don't have a generator, by the way, so we have a half tank of gas in that, half tank of gas in that. We have a half tank of gas in the Camry here, and what we do have is a power inverter, and we've got extra batteries. So my plan is to basically use a power inverter if the power goes out on a car battery in here until it gets down low, and then we can swap it out to one of the batteries in the car, or we set up the power inverter on jumper cables underneath the hood, or shit, sorry, I am having a huge hook up the cables underneath the hood to the battery, power inverter inside the cab of the car, run an extension cord into the car while it idles, and then we can get power into the house that way as well. So we can idle that thing to death, we can idle this thing to death, and we can idle that thing to death. But what we're most likely going to end up doing is just pumping the gas out of here and putting into here, since it uses the least amount of gas. I know I'm talking a lot and I'm blabbering, but we don't really, I don't know, it's such a small hurricane. We're like, what do we do for preparations? Well, we just clean up the garage and make sure nothing flies away. I'll give you an update later. All right, 5 o'clock at night, or in the evening. Everything's just wet and no hurricane. The clouds seem to be moving kind of quick, but nothing to really worry about. Carry on. Okay, it's 7 o'clock. Oh, the what you call it? The flash is on. Hold on. All right, now that's better. 7 o'clock. Hurricane update. Like, very little wind, nothing but overcast, all is calm. The curfew just kicked in, so there's, well, if you look, there's actually my neighbor Byron. Y'all have met Byron in some other videos. He's over there. Right there he goes. There goes Byron. So he's either heading home or he's just locking down for the night. But yeah, 7 o'clock, man. We're under curfew right now, so I think I might have to go grab a bike or something and go play in the street. I don't know. Okay, it is 9 p.m. The wind has slightly picked up, slightly, and I'm being misted on. Like, ugh, it's misting on me right now. It's just enough to get everything wet, but still no real hurricane to speak of. Seeing the lights, the mist. It literally is just a little bit of wind and it's misting right now. So this thing's supposed to be like this is supposed to have like either hit us by midnight or be over with by midnight. So I guess we're gonna see some hurricane, Nate. Nate dog to the G thing. I wish I didn't say that. Hurricane update. You check it out. Blue skies. The hell's up with that? Well, basically, it climaxed last night with a hard mist and a little bit of wind, and we just ended up passing out wine drunk. Woke up this morning and everything looked fine and hadn't even suffered whatsoever. So to commemorate this, I decided to make myself a t-shirt. I got the Nate 2017. Worst hurricane ever. I know. I'm a fool. But other than that, I've got to unpack the garage. You can see it's still packed up from storm preparations. I'm going to unpack it up, get some stuff done on the Buick, and we're going to go ahead and do a cold start and a tour. I don't know why you're looking over there. There's nothing to look at. But we're going to do a cold start and a quick little walk around on our brand new Suburban. So this is our 1985 Suburban 3/4 ton that we just picked up. Love this. Check it out. Look. GM wheels. Check them bad mama jamas out. That's cool. They're going to end up going on our rat rod build. Now, we do have this dashed in fender right here. A little bit of windshield surface rust here at the top. We got a dented quarter panel back here. Some rust behind this trim. Not that big of a deal in my opinion. I'll tell you, we picked this truck up for $1,000. Barely drove here. There's another dent. And it's basically scrapes all the way down the side over here. Oh, somebody's trash. I don't know whose shit that is. My butthole neighbor. It's a fake reggae. Anyways, so let me take you inside. We're gonna do a cold start on this thing. So on the inside, you can see it's actually the headliner's all in place, and the carpet's really dirty, but the side panels and stuff are in great shape. Door panels are in good shape, except for that one over there. The pull handle. My pull handle's gone too. The dash, the usual wear and tear, but it has not had the stereo cut and ripped open yet, so I'm just gonna leave that thing alone. Let me check out this. Let me show you the stereo. Y'all remember these stereos? Radio Shack Special, the Optimus. Hell yeah, man. So I haven't done or tried anything as far as starting this truck yet. So let's see how she does. He does. I don't know if it's a he or she yet. Cold starting girl, cold starting boy. What do you think you want to be? Hey, look at that. Somebody was a butthole with a BB gun too, or some rocks. So there's one there, one there, one there, one there. But those are old. Probably end up having to get a windshield for this thing. It's got a single pipe exhaust for some reason. But it don't smoke. Check it out. No smoking. Plenty of pooping. Nothing under the hood's been touched. It is all original up under the hood. You get your smog pump, compressor, AC, the air filter is all the same. This stuff's been changed, but it currently don't have any rear brakes right now. I'm pretty sure it's probably a popped wheel cylinder. I'm gonna remove all that EGR recycle bullshit off this thing, and we're gonna install the Edelbrock air gap and the 750 carburetor on here, just to liven the old boy up a little bit and let him get a chance to breathe. So that's it, man. That's our 1985 GMC Suburban 2500 that we're going to fix up and start using to pull trailer and whatnot. And haven't decided fully if we're going to keep the green Suburban yet or strip the cool stuff off of it and sell it. Well, you got to stay tuned to find out. Of course they're going to play all of a sudden. Give it up! I'm just going to finish doing some brackets and stuff and get this engine ready to go back in that Buick. And I'm going to go ahead and put that off into the next video because we have a lot of engine bay cleaning and everything to do there. Plus we also have to get that Jeep started. It's been sitting around too long waiting for me to get over there, but it hasn't had a wire harness, and now it does. I guess I got to get that done. So we got a lot of stuff to do. No problem trying to find content for the future, so that's cool. Other than that, until next time when I see you, love what you do.